Hey guys, this is like about day 3 to be honest, but as you can see, got the crane, have employed the help of a friend as well, so we're going to try and lift this motor up today as far up as we can. Try as I may, I could not remove the CV joints, undo those bolts down there for the CV joints for the axles, so we're just going to have to do our best. We don't have to move it much, but I'll let you know how we get on anyway. Hopefully today we're going to have a bit of success there with the old sandwich plate. Anyway, I will get back to you when we've got all that in position. We're going to use slings, not chains. We're going to try and sling underneath the engine and lift it up. We tried the jack thing from underneath and it just didn't give us enough space. The subframe just kept getting in the way for height, so a friend of mine, family member actually, has a pretty good crane and we're going to try and lift it up. It's all been disconnected, oil lines and all that sort of stuff. As you can see, the fuel injection's off it, so yeah, hopefully there's nothing tethering to the vehicle and we can move it. Anyhow, I will get back to you. Hey guys, well, we finally got the plate off. It was an absolute bugger. There it is there. I've just cleaned up the surface for the gaskets. Going to drop out that rear main seal there, put in the new one, tap in the new one, and while I'm doing that, my helper, who's under the car right now, scraping away the gasket from the engine block, and then we're going to glue it up, put the gasket back on and put it all back together hopefully in the next hour or so. So anyhow, this was really hard to get out, but it was possible to get out by not removing the engine. As you can see here, we've got it all hooked up, but it was extremely difficult. So do I recommend it? I don't know, if you're keen and you've got a lot of patience. Anyhow, I'll get back to you when we're ready to fit it on. Cheers. Okay guys, the rear main seal is in, the new one's in, it's been pressed in, very easy to do, and this is all cleaned up, ready to go onto the car. Underneath the car, as you can see, all nice and clean surfaces. That gasket was an absolute mongrel to get off. Took about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get that gasket off that surface there. So we're going to put some goo on here, then we're going to put the gasket on, then we're going to put some more goo on, and then we're going to try and put that plate on again. We've done a dry run with the plate, we got it on. It is a bugger, but it is possible. Alright, I'll get back to you when we've got that on. Okay, so the gasket's on, once again, difficult job. Gasket goo on there as well, quite liberal, and we're about to put the plate on. Wish me luck. Hey guys, I'm back, sounding pretty exhausted. As you can see, it's on. These little spaces are here just to take up the slack there in the thread, just so I can, so it's evenly torqued down to bed in the new gasket. I honestly can't explain in words how difficult that job was, getting it past this corner here, down here, this frame here, there, that bit there. Dealing with that was an absolute nightmare. Do I recommend trying this on your own? Well, you can't do it on your own, you need at least 2 people, but look, it's possible. That's all I can say. It is possible because we did it, but we had to undo the entire engine, lift the engine as I showed earlier, manipulate it, pull it, turn it, twist it, and getting that plate off today and putting it on, just literally taking it off the car and putting it, gooing it up and putting it back on, putting the new rear main seal in which took about, the seal took about 3 minutes. But yeah, doing that job took about 6 to 8 hours, something along those lines. It was just ridiculous. So anyhow, it's there. I'm going to start. I'm going to have a rest. I'm going to come back in another day, about a day's time, and I'm going to start plugging things back in, mounting things back on, and so on, all these wires and so on. There's lots of work to do yet. So I will be back. Alright, success so far. The big major job is done. Once I get everything sorted and put all back together, then I will do another finish off video for the clutch itself. So, and I'll do one for putting the fuel metering unit back on. Obviously what I do, because I didn't film it taking it off, which I sort of regretted, but I just got stuck into it and got it done. But putting it on is kind of like going to be the reverse of how you'd take it off. So if you need to take one off, they're really not that difficult to do. It's pretty easy. Okay, I shall be back. Hey guys, I've been working on putting the bits and pieces back together now. Just things like the oil lines to the oil cooler, top and bottom, reconnecting sensors like that one there into the sandwich plate, reconnecting sender units like that one there, reconnecting plugs and wires, put coil back on, one of the coils I took off, so just reconnecting these things here. You notice I've coded them so I knew which one goes to which and all that sort of stuff. Slave cylinder, clutch slave cylinder back in, the 2 bolts that hold that on, because that joins the mounts onto the sandwich plate. As you can see, I've still got to put my pilot bearing in. I'll film that. I'll be doing that fairly soon. Well, soon for you guys, but I'll be doing that fairly soon. I'm about to put in the dipstick. So yeah, just going around, just reconnecting wires, reconnecting plugs and everything. And as you can see, they're well marked. I put masking tape around them, and then I write on them what it is. It's the way to go. I do it for every pipe. As you can see, there's masking tape all over the car. It just reminds you where everything goes. You can just simple codes. This is, I think it's a 28mm spanner fits on it, but I think it's 27mm to be truthfully honest. And it's basically that there. That there just slots in, that goes down. I've given it a good clean, the thread and that. I'm going to go under the car and give it a good clean as well. So there's no rubbers at all to do with it. It's just a tape it in there, comes down and screws on. So I doubt there'll be a lot of oil leak out of that. And at the top, that's the 10mm bolt bracket that holds that, like that, to the cam cover on the other side. Just there. Sure, if you've got one of these cars, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's down there somewhere. I'm going to have to feed it behind. I can't remember if it went in front of the little firewall plate there, the heat protection plate, or not. I'll have to suss that out. I've just noticed something that I'm not too keen about, and that is right there, see? It looks like that's been touching that for a while. By the look of it, that's where it's meant to be sitting, because it looks like it's been rubbing on there for a while. I might just bend that corner out, to be truthfully honest. while I'm there. So I'm just going to feed it through this way and down. I'm pretty sure it would go in front. Oh, in saying that, I really don't know. I can't see it. No, maybe behind. Maybe it goes behind that fire, that heat plate. So through there. I'll let you know anyway. It wasn't hard to get out, so I doubt it's going to be hard to get back in. Anyhow, I'll get that done, then I'll get back to you. Start talking about popping that pilot bearing in. I've still got the fuel injection and all that to go on yet, which I will do a film up. I might even do that first before the pilot bearing. Anyway, I'll be back. So I've just gone under the car now, so if I sound a bit funny, it's because I'm lying on my back. There's a plastic blacky band, see that? That's covering the thread where the dipstick joins to. So I'm just trying to work out now whether that dipstick goes behind the heat shield or in front of the heat shield. It's obviously going to go in front of the heat shield. Alright, so I'm going to take that plastic off now while I'm here and then drop that stick back down. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I've got it all connected. It was pretty easy actually, so it might be a bit hard for me to describe this, but I've put one arm up through here. So I've gone over the top up through here in front of the alternator, and that allowed me to grab the pipe. You can see the pipe just there. And then the other arm, I've come in from where my little torch is hanging. So I basically crab clawed it from either side. And if I look through there, you can clearly see it. You can see it just there, and it goes through up there. So it was pretty easy. So one hand going up here, grab it there, and the other one to do the nut up down the bottom under there. And that's done. Okay, next job. Okay, I've done a few more little things, brackets, hoses, water hoses, some heat shields down there. So done a few things, few little things, accelerator cable, which I will talk about a little bit later in more detail. Something I want to point out. Something not so good. Yeah, so I'm about to connect up the drive shafts to the hubs. You can see one down there. So I'm about to do those two. And I'll torque them up, and when I go to torque them, I'll let you know the torques for those. There he is there. I'll let you know the torques for those. Alright, I'm going to get them done up, and then when I go to torque them, I'll come back. Okay guys, I've attached the drive shafts, the CV joints to the hubs, that I haven't torqued them. Okay, reason being, this side here, the passenger side in Australia, so left hand side, as you can see here, one of the bolts is pretty nasty. Two of them are like this actually, so I'm going to replace them. I'm not going to put them back on, so I haven't torqued it up, so I'll come back to that and torque it up and probably do something in between. Alright, I'll get back to you.